throughout the history of the universe. And by universe, I probably mean the Earth itself. People have developed their own languages to form their own way of communication. Now, according to my research, there are thousands of languages out there in the world, and there will be even more in the future. I don't know how we invented this concept of languages, but they have really caught on in recent times. I mean, we all know that the point of grammar is to communicate clearly. Otherwise, we can't understand what people are trying to say. I say that because a similar thing applies to languages as well, except you have to learn about them to understand them. And even then, the sentences of each and every human being on the face of the earth have to be said correctly, or else we won't get what is being said. So with that being said, this looks like a good time to talk about Phineas and Ferb again. Yes, you heard that right. Just like with Garfield, I can't seem to stop talking about Phineas and Ferb on this channel. I know that might sound annoying to you, but honestly, can you really blame me? I enjoy what I talk about, and I think it's worthy to dedicate multiple videos on the topic. Now, these two genius boys have built things in their backyard that you can touch, but you probably didn't expect them to actually invent a new language and culture that would catch on and last for an episode, right? Well, they did, and it's called Ferb Latin, which is the episode we're going to be talking about today. I mean, what can't these kids do? The potential of animation is limitless. Although I do agree that the people who animate for a living deserve more credit and respect, but let's not worry about that right now. We got an episode to cover. Shall we begin? Phineas and Ferb's dad, Lawrence, is heading off to work for the day, and they wave goodbye to each other. But then Phineas thinks that waving their hands to say goodbye is strange, and thinks that there should be a whole new form of communication that can satisfy him and Ferb. They decide to create a new language called Ferb Latin, where you take the first letter of every word, move it to the end, and then say herb. 1 and 2 letter words stay the same, like or stays or. And according to Phineas, it's all the fun of Pig Latin and safe for vegetarians to use. But they also take it one step further by adding a lot of non-verbal cues. Like if you want to say okay, you do what Woody from the Toy Story guys would do and reach for the sky. When you're hungry, you crack your knuckles. That's gotta hurt if you do that long enough. If you smell something bad, you do jazz hands. If you need to say goodbye, you blow a raspberry. This new language quickly catches on in Danville or the tri-state area. The episode doesn't make that clear enough. Anyway, Candace meanwhile goes for a liquid massage at the mall for her to relax due to her obsession with trying to bust her brothers, only to come out when Ferb Latin became popular and she gets confused by it until she finds out that Phineas and Ferb were behind this cultural craze and tries to bust them again anyway, making this whole relaxing thing pointless. Another mean one, Doctor Strange is attempting to use his assistant Norm to spread propaganda all over the tri-state area, after learning that people will believe anything they read. Probably our real world these days in a nutshell, but as usual, Agent P foils his plan. However, before it completely fails, Norm annoys Doof with Ferb Latin again, causing him to accidentally have everyone talk normal again, meaning Ferb Latin is now gone. Yay! Good! I kind of like the Ferb Latin language itself because, while it may not be easy to understand at first, it does open up possibilities for how we communicate to each other, so we'll get back to that in a bit. I do like the humor in this episode as well, especially the part where Candace wakes up after a liquid massage only to find that people aren't talking like they used to, like she has woken up into a strange new universe that she's trying to figure out, until she does and it's Ferb Latin. I do like Doofenshmirtz's plan involving propaganda, as it perfectly describes how so many people are feeling today regarding its subject matter. I also like the kids' kids sing about Ferb Latin. It's catchy and memorable to listen to, even if it doesn't tell us everything about the language though. Bad! As for what I don't like about this episode, the Ferb Latin language itself, while interesting, does feel like overkill to have a bugle horn and slabs of meat for every single time someone sneezes and ends the conversation respectively. People don't want to waste their money buying countless meats to give away when he or she can just eat them. Also, why didn't Agent P escape from his trap sooner to stop his plan then and there? Just makes him look incompetent right there, you know what I mean? Also, does making mouth noises mean hello? Because if so, why didn't the episode mention that? Another thing is that in the beginning of the Ferb Latin song, Ferb used the word snake to make nake-serb, when really it should be ache-snurb. Just saying. Also, Doofenshmirtz's propaganda machine is inconsistent with how it works. He says that you speak into the speaker your message and then push the button to print it out. But then, when his plan is foiled, he pushes the button multiple times and then speaks to print out multiple copies out. Remember kids, always follow the rules you created or else you'll end up not making your world and or story believable to the audience. You might want to keep that in mind when writing something. Overall, Ferb Latin is an alright episode of the show, but I feel like it's not going to be everyone's favorite episode overall, given what's wrong with it in my honest opinion. I recommend fans or non-fans of Phineas and Ferb to proceed with caution. It's not bad, but it could have been ironed out more. One way or another, though, you'll probably forget about it sometime afterward, while the better episodes stick with you more, so take that for what it's worth. So, with that said, I'm going to give this episode 3 fingers out of 5. Alrighty folks, that's it for this review. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, or God knows what you do anymore. I'm the Purple Mario, and oday-terb, ay-derb, everybody yerb. Did I say it right? Please let me know.